Hey homies, you Fragment here, and welcome to another fragrance review video. Today we're going to be talking about one of the fragrances I did review while I was on vacation in Florida, and that fragrance is Dolce Gabbana Forever. And yes, this is only a sample. You know, I've been trying to sample more fragrances before I just go and buy them. Trying to avoid blind buying if I can help it, even though most of my fragrances have basically been blind buys at this point. But like I say, please sample, and that's what I've been trying to do, so I apologize for not having the full bottle for presentation purposes. But with that being said, if you enjoy review videos that are quick and straight to the point, please consider liking and subscribing. We're past 150, which is absolutely incredible. It makes me so happy to see all the support I'm getting. Please let me know what you think of this fragrance. But with that, let's get into this. So this was one of the three that I tested. The first one that I've already reviewed is Infrared. Spice Bomb Infrared. I don't know why I said that first. The other one was Profondo Lights, which I'll get to next week. But today I really wanted to talk about Light Blue Forever because this was the one besides Spice Bomb that really stood out to me the most. And that's because I actually really enjoyed it. So, little backstory, I love Light Blue and I love Light Blue Intense. Light Blue Intense back there is one of my favorite summer fragrances. Between that and Polo Blue, I switch them out a lot. When I want something a little bit more musky, I go for Polo Blue. If I want something more salty and refreshing, that's when I go for Light Blue Intense. But where does this fit in? This is a flanker of a fragrance that's been out for years upon years upon years now. There's been so many fragrances. They had all the tropical ones. They had like Sun. They had like Swimming in Lipari and a bunch of other ones. I can't remember the names, but y'all know what I'm talking about. All those flankers, I believe they were good. And then there's Italian Zest, which I didn't like that one at all. That one was really weird for me personally, but there's a lot of flankers. The last one I had tried before this one was, I believe, Love is Love with the gelato note. I actually had a full bottle of that and I ended up giving it away because it smelled too feminine for me. And y'all know how I feel about that. You know, if you like a fragrance, even if it smells feminine, wear it. You know, be bold, be proud to wear it. If it makes you confident, don't listen to what anybody else says, okay? But for me, even that one was too much for me. I ended up giving it away because I just could not find a situation to wear it where I felt comfortable. That's how feminine it smelled to me. I believe it was gelato or something. I don't really remember. I didn't like it that much. That was a blind buy. Sample your fragrances, guys. Okay, so getting into this one, the way I would describe this is salty grapefruit. And don't freak out. I promise you that's not a bad thing. If you smell it straight off the cap, it really does smell like a salted grapefruit, which if you read the notes, you'll kind of get what I mean. So let's go through right now. We got top notes of grapefruit, bergamot, mid notes of ozonic notes, violet leaf, and then base notes of Java vetiver oil, white musk, and patchouli. So these are Fragrantica notes. I've been realizing that they're not always the most accurate, so I would recommend, you know, going to the actual house's website to looking into these notes just to make sure they're correct in case you're curious. But I want to really compare these real quick to the original Light Blue Intense, which is the one that I wear the most. We got top notes of grapefruit, mandarin orange, mid notes of seawater and juniper, base notes of musk and amberwood. And I think that amberwood patchouli switch is what does it for me. In the original, well, I say original, but Light Blue Intense, it was a very salty scent that lasted a long time, and I really think, besides it being an eau de parfum, which, spoiler alert, this is also an eau de parfum, I believe it lasts so long is because of that amberwood. It really carries the fragrance a lot longer than most freshies would, because as we know, fresh fragrances do not last long. And for Eau Intense, I get like 8+ hours. That stuff lasts forever on my skin. But this one, I get about 6 to 7, which is definitely a little above average for me personally. So it's a winner in performance standards, in my opinion. Test your fragrances. But when I compare them, they switch the seawater notes with ozonic notes, which they're different, but I think they really do smell similar. I still get that salty sense from this fragrance, and let me spray this again just so I get another little look at it. I mean, as soon as you spray it, this is the most realistic grapefruit I've ever smelled in a fragrance, and I'm not BSing y'all. It smells legitimately like a fresh grapefruit, and I love when fragrances do that, when they're just so photorealistic that it brings you to that fruit. Sometimes you can pick it up, but you can tell that it's synthetic. And in this regard, they knocked it out of the park, man. This smells like legit grapefruit. It smells fresh, invigorating. It smells so good. And I really do think this is a summer winner. I know everyone's been talking about it. I'm very late to the party on this one, but definitely check this out, guys. I do think it's worth your time. If you're looking for a fresh, everyday summer fragrance, please give this a look. Between the 3 that I tested, I honest to God, I think they put this one as the top one out of the 3 that I liked, with Spice Bomb, Ultraviolet, or Infrared. Sorry, I was getting all confused. Infrared, and then Profondo Lights being at the bottom, and I'll explain why next week. But yeah, like I said, it reminds me of a salted grapefruit. If you really love fruity, fresh fragrances, please check this out. I really do think it's worth your time. I know with a lot of Dolce Gabbana flankers, especially in the light blue line, they're not usually that good. And by that, I mean they're not very popular. People just don't really care for them that much. I think this one is worth your time. Please check it out. And if you have tried this fragrance, if you own it, please let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Am I way out of line on this one for hyping it up so much? Or am I direct? Is my assessment correct? Please let me know what you think. And with that, I hope you'll have a great day. Fragment out.